Hey guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to share with you guys what I made with the rest of the scraps I had left over from this paper collection by G45 called Autumn Greetings. Now, I used this to make 3 gratitude journals that I had shared in a previous video, and I'll link that down below in case you guys want to see that. I still had like 2 full-size sheets left, so 2 8x8s left, and then a ton of papers that were like 3 1/8 by 8 inches long. So I had like almost from like every single sheet, I had like that strip. So I knew I wanted to use it. And then one of the full-size sheets was cut apart. So I definitely wanted to use, you know, the cut aparts. So that's what I did. And here is what I have left in terms of scraps. Like, I thought I did really good with this. I think I'm just going to toss these. And then these I'm just going to put into my fall kind of bin, because little tab dividers are always good to have that I could use. And then these, I don't know, I was thinking maybe also leaving this strip actually, and possibly this one, actually all of these. Maybe not all of them, but some of these have the little words on it that say I love fall most of all, and autumn is a gentle reminder, change can be beautiful. So maybe not oh, actually I like this green. But anyway, that's all I have left. So very, very little scraps. So I want to share with you guys what I made, and let's get started. Okay, I'm really excited about this because I think it turned out so beautiful. Because like I said, I had the cut aparts left over, and so I was able to make some 3x4 mini notebooks. And so one of the cut aparts was vertical, 2 of them were horizontal. So I made notebooks here too. I didn't feel like these would look good with dividers. Maybe they'd be fine, I don't know. I was just kind of thinking maybe without dividers, but I did add extra love into these because they do not have dividers. This one though is like my traditional 3x4 mini notebook. So this one just says, every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. I do have a tutorial on how I make these on the vertical ones. And I use a 1-inch wire on this one. Now on these ones, I used a 3/4 inch wire, which is fine also. It works well with these, especially if you're not going to be adding photos or anything like that. But that was because I was planning on not really adding anything to these. I was just going to leave them as plain notebooks, but I couldn't help myself. I needed to use up my scraps, and so then I just started filling it up, and now I kind of wish I did a 1-inch, but maybe not. I mean, I think the 3/4 inch maybe looks better. It doesn't look gigantic like that, but this one is definitely going to fill up as you add like photos to it, if you add photos and stuff like that. So and by the way, these are all available in my Etsy shop in case you guys are interested. I just loved working with this paper collection, and I never work with G45, so that is like something new for me. On top of that, but the deer in this collection like had my whole entire heart. Okay, so this has 40 like index card pages in here. This first page here has a little booklet attached to it. I had just like this scrap left over, and I couldn't let it go to waste, so I just turned it into like a little journal card, just like that, because I had to use that little deer. 40 pages total, so 10 pages before and after each divider, and there are 3 dividers in here. One of the pages here just has this little pocket. Again, it was just a little scrap left over. I didn't want to throw it out, and I thought that was a good use for it, and I just put a little tag there. This is one of the dividers here. I also included some little tags in here that I die cut out from scraps of paper in my stash, like solid scraps. I'm going to link this tag die set down below in case you guys would like to get one. And then all of the divider pages have a top loading tag as well, and they're backed onto craft cardstock. And seam binding is from my scrap cabin shop. You guys could use the code Carolina10 for 10% off your order. I'm going to have it linked down below as well. Another 10 pages here. This is your second divider, and again, we got creative because I was using scraps. So when I got to this one, I did the other two first. And when I got to this one, I had enough to do 2 divider pages. And then this one, I paper pieced. So it's a different pattern on the back side, and it still works fine. I included this little pocket here, and then I had this little scrap left over. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to make a little double pocket. And I think it looks so cute. So I have a little tag here, then a bigger tag, and even a bigger tag. And then you have a pull-out tag as well in the pocket page or divider page. So that looks like that. Another 10 pages here. And then this one, I added another little scrap and just did a little belly band with a couple of tags just like that. So you could use those throughout. And I mean, if you don't want to even use that as tags, you could just cover this up with a photo or whatever you want. More pages. Then this is the third divider page, and I paper pieced this tag because I didn't have enough paper at this point, but I think it still looks good. So I just did a little bit of that ripping technique. And yeah, so there's that. And then here I have a little belly band again with a couple of tags here. And then this was like leftover little postage stamp looking thing. So I just paper clipped them in here. You could use them throughout here. You could cut them up and you could use it as little tuck spots if you would like. But I just thought those were so cute. And even if you don't want to use it as a tuck spot, you want to add it onto like a card that you're giving to somebody like in the mail. Like let's say you're sending them something already and then you want to give them a card. Obviously you're not going to add like a postage stamp to that because you're already paying for the package to be shipped. But if you wanted to add like a cute little embellishment that looks like a postage stamp, you could add one of those to it. So yeah, so there is this one. Then I also have this one, and you guys know that little deer is everything. It says autumn greetings. Now this doesn't have the tabs in here, so I added a little bit of extra something in here, and I cut out this little envelope. This is just like a random die set in my stash. I have to find this and link it for you guys, but it cuts out this little envelope here, and I guess I could have folded the top, but I didn't want to, and then it just looks like that, and then you just put whatever you want back into that little pocket right there, and it holds it in place. Now I did a little flip out piece. It does have this little white piece that you could cut out, but I didn't want to do that. I just wanted like a cute little journal spot. So I just took a little scrap, folded it, and cut it down to size, and it works perfectly right there. You've got, again, you have 40 pages total. Then you have your first divider here. You've got this, oh, I pulled out second divider too by accident. You've got a little tag here. This paper is actually a scrap from another paper pad, like a new one from Michael's this year, because I ran out of paper and even ran out of paper to paper piece, really, because I only had those little scraps left. Back here I had a little scrap, so I turned it into a pocket. We added a little tag, and we have a couple of stamps here as well that you can use. Then I had some larger pieces still, and I die cut out a little heart paper clip that is using this heart-shaped paper clip die set from Scrap Diva Designs. And if you guys would like to get her die, you guys could use the code Carolina for 10% off your order, and anything else you guys would like to get, you guys could use that code. But I love her paper clip die set, this paper clip die set, because I do use it quite often when I have little scraps left over. And it came in really handy for this because it just like has the little pumpkin in the center, and I think it looks really cute. I mean, it's not holding anything. I don't have it holding anything, but it just is like a cute little thing peeking out from my notebook. So there's that. You have your 10 pages here also. The second divider, this is where that tag I just pulled out from by accident, but it has a craft on the back. You could see I paper pieced here as well because I was running out of paper. And I wanted to add little tags at that point. And I added in this scrap I had left over. And then this cut apart says gather and be grateful. So that's there. Then here I paper pieced this little thing. It's just like a little 2x2 kind of card. So I just paper pieced it and like frayed kind of the edges and added to a paper clip. More pages here. Then here you have a side, like another angled pocket that I added a tag, and then I used part of that piece that says, "But I love fall most of all." Just turned it into a little tuck spot and put a little tag there. And then you've got another pull-out tag on this divider as well. Now, obviously, you could tell that these are divider pages, and even if you don't have the tab, obviously you know where they are because you have the little ribbon pieces peeking out, so you do know where they are even without the tabs. Then this is the back, and 10 more pages, and then this is that. And I do have to add my handmade like sticker here. I have it on here. Forgot to add it on this one and the other one. So I'm going to add that in there also. And then this is the last one, Autumn Leaves and Pumpkins Please, and Pumpkin Please. And again, because I didn't add tabs in here, like the tab dividers, I decided to add this little envelope. And again, I just made my own little piece that goes inside. And you've got this one with this divider or that tag. Same idea here, same stamps and a tag like that I die cut out. A little paper clip again. And then same cut apart because I had two. So, oh, this one I paper pieced also. This was actually part of the branding strip up here that I had. Had to use what I had, you know. Made another little 2x2 here, and it's like a little booklet. And then this one says Delicious Autumn, and so I made that into like a little tuck spot also. And then you have this tag also, and that is, or those are the 3 3x4 notebooks I was able to make. So 2 landscape and 1 like portrait style. And they turned out so stinking cute. So that's what I did with the scraps. Again, you could check out the previous video where I shared with you what scraps I will be working with. So you guys could see how much I had left over to be able to make these. But we made it work, and I'm so happy we did because they look adorable. So that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my Etsy shop in case you guys are interested in any of these. And I will see you guys in my next crafty video. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye.